Yo, what's up guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the YAH Showdown live. Tomorrow we should be continuing with the OU Road Top 10. I just gotta get some points back. But yeah, we'll be continuing with that tomorrow. Now, my boy the Cape passed me this. The Cape is a subscriber, Twitch subscriber as well, so I talk to him often in my Discord, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this because I think this is kind of important too before we get into the actual live. So I'll put a timestamp for those that want to skip ahead and don't hear what I want to say. Because obviously I'm not trying to, if you clicked on the video, you probably just want to watch Showdown live, right? But I want to talk about this anyway. So he's a disabled veteran, and he's retired from the Army, and he's working with this group called FitOps, which is basically a program that helps veterans and military get personal training set up so they can get into the workforce, you know, and this helps disabled veterans and things like that, people who've already served the country go forward. So he brought to my attention fitops.org and said that, you know, if people wanted to actually help them out, it helps the veterans find a community as trained and certified personal trainers, and then helps them with job placement. The link to it will be down below, and money raised helps them get into the program, and the goal is the approximate cost for one person. Still wanted to bring to your guys the attention of fitops.org, and I'll link the donation if you guys want to donate even just a little, no pressure at all. And he's not paying me to do this. I'm doing this because he approached me about it and I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, if I can help you with your future and if I can help somebody else, that's awesome. So yeah, but anyway, we're gonna be using this YAH team that he passed me. I did a few edits to it, but it has FightEMZ Golbat. Yo, imagine FightEMZ Golbat. That'd be fire. This guy loses to my Chesnaught like automatically, which is incredible. Wow, FightEMZ Golbat would be incredible. Does it get any fighting type? I'm sorry, one sec. This is kind of important to me. Ignore the charger bugs. Hold up. Golbat. Do you get any fighting type attacks, bro? But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to help it, it gets detect. Okay, gets hidden power fighting. That's not an attack. You got Rock Smash anywhere? I know you got Rock Smash. Come on. Quick guard. Bro, I'm sorry. I was thinking about like something. Wouldn't Crobat run it? Like if he could run Nasty Plot. Hey, thank you, friend. Now, one thing I do want to note about his team. Chesnaught can definitely 6-0 him, but I want to be careful not to set up on his Memento Pokemon. Uxie typically is elite is Stealth Rock, U-Turn, Memento, and Trick Room, so I'm pretty sure if I lead Gengar in sub, especially because I'm FightEMZ, I can start picking up some KOs. Also, I'm Fizdef Umbreon on this, so it walls Chesnaught and Marowak. This is like the biggest threat to me, but I have Sludge Bomb and things for that too. Hopefully I don't lose to this Pokemon, but yeah, I think if I lead Gengar, I'm trying to set up for a Chesnaught win, but I feel like sub Gengar, I feel like if I got up T-Spikes too, that would have been nice too, but if I get behind a sub, I don't think he can do anything about it at all, unless he's actually not running U-Turn and he's running Psychic. Or Knockoff. Okay, that's cool. So Knockoff is pretty cool. I'm happy he has that because I didn't want him to get 6-0 by this thing. As good he has Knockoff over U-Turn. So we're going to go Tentacruel here. Why does my Trick Room look weird? What happened? Who made Trick Room in MS Paint? What is this? Anyway, I'll be able to get in my Tentacruel now. I'm going to get up a T-Spike as he goes from Mental. I pretty much expected that, so I didn't want to go for Rapid Spin because he'd be able to block it. T-Spike is really good for helping Umbreon as well as Chesnaught just win the game. As Chesnaught is going to come out. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting because I can easily spin versus this guy. But I don't think my Tentacruel lives a hit. I made it, it's like speedy Tentacruel, so it's not the most defensive. I have to be careful not to lose a stack attacker too. That's very important as well. But under Trick Room, again, I can just curse up versus this guy. And I think a couple curses will win me the game. Especially because I'm actually a relaxed, I'm a sassy 0 speed IV Snorlax. So that actually helps out so much. I'm pretty sure Chesnaught is going to blow me away though. Knockoff actually does not KO. That's not Adamant Life Orb though. Even if he Swords Dances up, I know that Umbreon can always wall it. Adamant Life Orb does so much damage. My gosh. We're gonna go right out to... Umbreon is a win con, so it's not worth bringing in immediately on this. I'd rather sack this and let him get up rocks. That's better for me. Let me stick to what's good versus him. Because like Zeraora, for instance, plays Close Combat and Plasma Fist. This thing is actually good for... Actually, looking at it, the most expendable member is easily Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl does nothing. Aerodactyl does not do anything. Like, it does deal with this. It's weak to every single attack and allows him to set up multiple Trick Rooms. So I'd much rather sack that. Can we go back to a regular? Thank you. What the hell happened to Trick Room there? As I could bring out my Zeraora. And what we're going to do is we're going to double out to Tentacruel, anticipating him to want to go out into his Cresselia. I think Cresselia is a fantastic sack right now. I don't think he should stay in. If he does, he might just Aqua Jet. But it doesn't make sense. I think that Marowak could come out too, but I could have knockoff. So I think Crest made the most sense, yes. So we're going to Rapid Spin away the Stealth Rock as he's going to set up a Trick Room. I'm going to set up another layer of T-Spike. I will be able to live a Psychic. Again, I have Fizdef Umbreon, so I shouldn't be worrying too much about Sakataka. It's also... It was Relaxed Umbreon. Oh, I changed it too. No, it's still Relaxed Umbreon. Yeah, so the Trick Room matchup is fantastic. I don't know if Cape knew. What is this Trick Room banner though? I don't know if Cape knew that I'd be fighting Trick Room. But the matchup is fantastic. Now I am thick fat, and it's super likely that he's gonna want to go for the Shadow Bone here. If he goes for Swords Dance, I'll switch out my Snorlax, but Snorlax is thick fat. It should be able to take a hit. I'm fairly confident I'm going to eat up a Flare Blitz. Like, I'm fairly confident. But do I want to save this? Zeraora doesn't do much. Yeah, I know I can eat it up, but why tank the damage? And he has low kick, so I'm glad I scouted for that. Even though I do have a Chople Berry, which will be important in the late game. Doesn't matter what I go for. I'll just click Fire Punch here. He's going to knock me out with anything. I can safely bring out my Gengar and just click Shadow Ball here. Again, my win cons are these two Pokemon that I'm keeping in the back, so there's no point in using them so early and potentially losing because of it, right? Especially because the second he gets in Crest, that's an interesting switch considering I do have Sludge Wave. I think he thinks I'm... Well, no, he doesn't think I'm Choice. I went for Sub. So he's giving me one of his Trick Roomers, which I don't mind. I'll get rid of Aromatisse. That's awesome for my Umbreon. He literally cannot beat Umbreon now. And I believe what I can do is just go Snorlax now. If he sets up Trick Room, I get my curses up. Nothing on his team can beat me. And that should be game. This doesn't have Memento. It has Lunar Dance. So yeah, nothing on his team can beat me now. I curse up, so I'm literally slower than his Stakataka as well. I'll curse up twice because I should be able to eat every hit. I have a Chople Berry, so even if he crits me here. And actually, my Chople Berry being gone is good because that means knockoff from Cardon does less. I don't think +1 Earthquake does knock out Marowak either. I can calc, I guess. I have it. There's no way. Marowak. I always talk about Marowak. Marowak and Alolan Marowak. They're the same thing. They're that Pokemon that will always live one hit on like the smallest margin possible. They'll always live that hit. +2 does 89, which is exactly what I need after Poison. Yep. So going for +2 is my best bet. He can't kill me even with a crit because of my berry. First off, immune to one of his stabs. The other one I resist, so even if that one crits me, it can't KO me either. And going for +2 also ensures that I do knock out Crawdaunt, guaranteed. So I think this should be game. Again, I set it up so that my Snorlax can win the game. That's what I wanted from here. And that's why I didn't go into it, or use it rather, versus Marowak, or try and set up earlier. So goes for Swords Dance, not enough. I think he had to hope that I was not an Earthquake variant, that I was a Fire Punch variant, which is fair. Fire Punch and Earthquake are both ran next to each other. Good game, dude. And I have all my pieces alive to the point where I can win versus Cardon. So I think I played this one fine, and I'm glad that I didn't risk what was unnecessary. I'm glad I was able to catch myself and just play through the end game, right? I knew that Gengar would disrupt this team enough. Obviously, I had to adjust my game plan when I saw knockoff on Uxie. That's not what I'm used to. I'm used to like a U-turn. Yeah, it's usually that or Fire Punch. I mean, I said that. Thank you, Ming. All right, so let us look for another game. I'm happy that Snorlax was able to do something. Now, originally, this Snorlax actually had Crunch. I gave it Earthquake because he has a Chople Berry on it, and I actually like Chople Berry a lot because Terrakion is a huge problem for this team. Yes, I do have Titanium Z, Gengar to lure, and also get rid of Crocodile too, but I really like the Chople Berry for that and for Infernape. So it made sense to put Earthquake on it over Crunch because if I'm getting rid of those, I want to be able to deal with them. Stealth Rocker is either Ape or Nihilego. Aerodactyl's pretty nice in this. I don't think I'm getting out rocks though. Umbreon, Fizdef Umbreon is interesting because it can deal with both. It can deal with Zeraora. I'm pretty sure it deals with Zeraora relatively well, as well as the Sharpedo. Now, as far as leads go, I'm thinking about leading off with Zeraora to just disrupt everything. It's faster than everything outside of his own Zeraora, which is speed ties. In the end game, I'm thinking that my sub Gengar is going to be good for dealing with the Bisharp. I'm also feeling like my Umbreon is just going to take care of everything, but ideally, Aerodactyl, Pursuit Trap, Slotty, Curse Snorlax in the end can maybe do it. I bet you if I lead off a Curse Snorlax and he leads off with a Heligo, I win. But it's not worth it to start off so early when I want to save that Chople Berry for potentially Ape. And if I get rid of Ape, that opens up that door for Umbreon, right? As long as I have sub on Gengar, I shouldn't lose to Bisharp either. So I have a few outs here. T-Spikes are going to be really nice too if I can get rid of my Heligo, which I'm thinking is their lead because of Stealth Rock. But it can either be that or it can be Infernape as a lead. They do end up leading off a Nihilego. I don't have knockoff, but I'm just gonna Plasma Fist and bring it down to its Sash. Yep. And right here we can just follow it up with a Close Combat because it hits Zeraora. It hits basically everything for some good damage. And this is where it gets interesting because I already put his Zeraora in range of my Pursuit, right? When I Mega Evolve, he's dead. So it gets really interesting here because if I win this speed tie, I don't have to worry about that, obviously. Let me just click Close Combat again. As he sacks my Heligo, awesome. So this is great because I can, first off, Rapid Spin. Secondly, I can get up a T-Spike, which would be great for Infernape and Sharpedo, allowing me to deal with them later. Ape comes out. Because I'm in a point where if I go Tentacruel and I try to U-turn, this is definitely Scarf, right? If he U-turns, I don't like that. He could also have Earthquake randomly, and I don't want to get in Tentacruel on that. I think Zeraora is a weak link, so I'm going to sack it because I know that I can Pursuit Trap his own Zeraora now. So I'm going to sack it here. He might U-turn. Goes for Stone Edge and is able to knock me out. However, I'll be able to get out my Tentacruel and Rapid Spin. Now, I do value Rapid Spin, though in hindsight, maybe T-Spike would have been better. We know that's Scarf Infernape. Hindsight, T-Spike could have been better because now I might not be able to get up a T-Spike versus him. I don't think Scarf Ape will Close Combat through me ever. I have a Thick Fatter, I have a Fizdef Umbreon, which can take it on. I really do like T-Spike, though. Now, the question is, can I afford to get up a T-Spike versus his team while sacking something to deal with Zeraora? And I don't think that's it. I don't think Snorlax is a sack here. I think that Snorlax is going to be my way of beating the majority of his team. And I don't think Umbreon is a sack because Umbreon can beat this, can beat this, can beat this. So I think I'm not going to get up a T-Spike in this game. I'm going to attempt to click it, obviously, but Zeraora is going to be able to beat me down. I'll be able to bring out my Aerodactyl now. Just Pursuit. I don't want this thing coming back in later. It could obviously be an issue. But yeah, we're going to Pursue here on the Zeraora, just getting rid of it. Nice. So that's something my Gengar now outspeeds everything or speed ties naturally. Obviously, I know that Infernape is faster than it, don't worry, but because it's Choice Scarf. But yeah. I'm good with that turn. I'm very good with that turn. Now, as far as Z-Mons go, I'm pretty sure Lottie is a Z. Using Aerodactyl to weaken Lottie is really nice for Umbreon, especially if he opts to try and Calm Mind up in front of me. If he goes Ape, I'm going to stay in and just get up my rocks. And the reason I like rocks is because I pressure the... first off, I weaken his team to the point of a +1 lax, right? +1 Earthquake with rocks up, should KO Bisharp always with 0 attack investment, yep. Bisharp ends up coming out, which is interesting to me. I don't immediately switch into this, so I'm in an Earthquake here. That does so much. As he goes for Iron Head, is he Life Orb? I'm good with that. Very good with him being Life Orb there. And now what I can do is go Umbreon. The reason Umbreon is a great play is because if he goes Infernape, I can protect on whatever attack he goes for. And if he goes for Close Combat, I go Gengar, obviously. As he goes for U-turn, which does not help him at all because I'm fully Fizdef. That's a crit, guys. I just click Foul Play now because he has no switching. His Sharpedo is not an answer to this at all, as you can see. And Shark shouldn't be able to beat me 1v1 anyway. So I just wish up here. The only thing that could be an issue is Z Latias, excuse me. So we get in Gengar, we get to sub, which is fantastic. Even if it brings out Sharpedo, I just click PokeaimMD. KOs him through Protect. And probably gonna have to go out into Infernape after. Or if he goes Lottie, he lets me Shadow Ball it, which I'd be okay with. Goes Lottie and gives me the potential 2 speed ties. And this is amazing because now that dies to... he messed up. You could never have Calm Minded there, dude. Even if you won the first speed tie, Calm Minding was never the play. And he even loses the next speed tie. So Calm Minding was never the play. He had to break my sub and try to force it to Close Combat Sweep from Ape. But first off, Scarf Close Combat doesn't KO Umbreon. And Scarf Close Combat cannot KO a Chople Berry Snorlax ever. So I had the game at that point. I just clicked Sludge Wave here as he Flare Blitzes, and the recoil is going to be enough for Sludge Wave. Plus, I'm pretty sure I got the 10% poison. Yep, to knock him out. Good game, dude. Nice one. I think his end game was a little bit and I'm glad I still stuck true to what I was thinking I could do. Like, I really want a T-Spike in there to obviously deal with Sharpedo and help out versus Ape. But I knew that Umbreon, because it was Fizz Def, could deal with those Pokemon as well. So, good first 2 games. And, yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about how I played those 2 games. So, I think we'll just pause it, guys, until we find a battle. Be right back. Alright, guys, we got another one. Now, the Webs matchup is not something I'm that comfortable with. I think that Curse Snorlax can just win because of its Chople, but I know for a fact that that Lucario is still going to be a problem. Now, I know that Mega Aerodactyl is fantastic in this, being able to deal with Chandelure, Earthquaking, obviously Lucario and Empoleon. Like, he has such a weird build, though. Because he has Sticky Web, but then he doesn't have... Only like this Pokemon really appreciates it. I'm assuming that's Agility Empoleon, because that's why he has it, which is insane. Not insane that he has it, but just insane that that's the Pokemon of choice. I love Zeraora as a lead, because if he leads off of Galvantula, I can Fire Punch it twice, and then I can weaken the Dawn Fan with... I almost said Galvantula, because when I was obviously hovering over it, you guys saw. But I can weaken the Dawn Fan with the Grass Knot. So we'll Fire Punch. He does get up webs. Spinning is going to be a little bit difficult. But I'm going to... oh, hold on, my teammate's PMing me. Hold up. 25%. Sorry, I had some really clean... Ooh. Chandelure. Well, tricks me a Choice Scarf, so I'll be faster than everything. That's fantastic. He's obviously going to be able to go Donphan now. I'm going to go out into... I'm going to go Aerodactyl as a mid-ground play, though, because I don't want him Fire Blasting. Yo, I'm faster than him. I wish I had knockoff on this set, but that's really cool. He should actually always go Donphan. I don't have to predict that. You know what? I'm going to click Plasma Fist again. I don't care. It's not worth bringing an Umbreon on a fire-boosted attack. That trick was a smart play. I get why he wanted to do it. He wanted to try and catch Snorlax, but we have Fizz Def Umbreon for this Pokemon. Not for this Pokemon, but it's here. It happens to be here. Hey, do you want to trick me back, bro? Nah, just go Aerodactyl and pursue you. At worst, you Fire Blast. At best, you Trick. So, go ahead and give me this Chandelure. We know he's Flash Fire, so he's not a Flame Body of all abilities. So that's great. So when I click Rapid Spin, his hazards will be gone. Guaranteed. Big ol' Empoleon comes out. Are you Swords Dance? We're about to find out. I just changed it from Clear Body 2. What's wrong with me? Yawns. Worth every penny. Especially because I can bring in my Zeraora now, anticipating him to want to go out into Galvantula. YAH. Oh, and give me this Fire Punch. I either weaken Donphan, and plus I can always Healing Wish. I can Heal Bell my my Pokemon there. So I think that worked out for me. Again, endgame is a little bit iffy versus this guy. He went Aerodactyl, which is fantastic because without my Life Orb, I don't think I could have KO'd him with the Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz, yeah. Flare Blitz. This is clearly Flare Blitz. The combination of these two moves, I don't know why Fire Punch and Plasma Fist made Flare Blitz come out of my mouth. But I'm fairly confident that Fizz Def Umbreon is here to stay. Nice. Smart move, dude. I'm going to attempt to use Snorlax here to set up on this because I want to alert in Lucario and beat it down, basically. With my Chople, I should be able to live a hit. Yeah, that did so much damage. Oh my gosh. With my Chople, I should be able to live a hit, though. I think I can still live a hit. I pray I can live a hit after. That'd be really nice. I might have I might be underestimating or overestimating Snorlax's bulk, but if it does live this hit because of Chople, that'd be fantastic. I'm about to get Z'd, aren't I? Even close combat does too much. But if he's special, I take it. Unless he's Z, I Earthquake here. Come on. Ah, little guy, you couldn't do it. That's probably Adam in Life Orb. Either that or he got the highest roll possible. So this is where it gets a little bit frustrating because this thing is a problem. Especially if it's BP. I think Zeraora lives a close combat. I mean, no. I mean extreme speed, which it does. Okay, cool. I think I have to go Zeraora here. And I'm going to make the grass. I got to pull the trigger on Chesnaught. Because Donphan is something stopping me from clicking Plasma Fist versus this guy. So I'm going to pull the trigger once. I'll pull it right now. Obviously, I can Plasma Fist him. He should know I live extreme speed. I'm going to assume he knows the calc. I don't know if he knows the calc. It actually does a good chunk too, not going to lie. Yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger there. And that did nothing. What the hell type of damage was that? Alright, I have to heal bell here. I literally have to heal bell because that Lucario coming in is a problem. Now, I don't know his full set. I do not know his full set. I do know, however, Gengar is a very expendable member. If he's Meteor Mash plus Bullet Punch, I lost. Okay, he's Crunch and I disabled it, which doesn't really make a difference. Yeah, that doesn't make a difference. I'm pretty sure Tentacruel lives plus 2 E-Speed. He's old school Lucario Crunch. Wow. I have not seen that in forever. Yo, why does this thing blow away every single one of my Pokemon? I don't like that. I do not like that my Pokemon are getting blown away. 98%. Like, what is happening here? Earthquake here as Donphan comes out. Man, I'm in a losing position. I'm definitely in a losing position versus Lucario. I can't let him double either. I have to Earthquake again. Luckily, he Earthquaked himself, which is great. I had to Earthquake there because if I want any chance of winning, it's probably going to be Plasma Fist spamming. If I win this speed tie though, do I have to risk the speed tie? If I go Umbreon, he gets an SD up and I lose. I have to win the speed tie. I just believed I would win it. Thank you. Perfect. I can get in Tentacruel now and spin. Boy, are you kidding me? Not this again. I have to spin away the rocks because... Well, I had to attempt to spin away the rocks. But we'll get in Zeraora. We have to get in Zeraora now, I think. If he Scalds, I'm messed up. If he goes Lucario, I'm messed up. Yep. I think I had to get in my Zeraora. I'm going to click Plasma Fist. I live at extreme speed. Even if it's just barely, I live it. And all I needed to do was put Lucario either in range of Plasma Fist or knock him out. Like, this was a tough game. This was definitely a tough game. I didn't think I had a clear win con ever. I really don't. Like, my best bet was had Snorlax obviously lived that, if Snorlax had lived that close combat, I knocked out Luke, and then I pretty much wish foul played with Umbreon until I won, right? Because he couldn't break that at all. If Umbreon got burnt by Empoleon's Scald, then that just means Empoleon was burnt, and I can just wish up. As long as Tentacruel was asleep, he couldn't yawn. I mean, he could click yawn, but it wouldn't work because of sleep clause. So, yeah, there was no clear win con there. Maybe not letting my Snorlax take as much damage. I thought it would live the hit, though. I think that dude was adamant. But yeah, I'm glad I made the plays I needed to. Don't think that was as clean as it could have been, but I also don't know if I had a super clean win here either. Unless I knew his sets beforehand, right? Like if I knew he was Trick Chandelure, trapping it early with Aerodactyl could have worked too. But nice. We'll pause it, guys, until we find another battle. Be right back. Alright, guys, so we have a game, and it's a bit of a toughie. Primarina is obviously annoying. I think my offensive Gengar is going to be great with Titanium Z, and I do think that T-Spike is really nice here. I also think that Curslax can win at the end, especially because of its Chople Berry. But Scizor becomes an issue. Do I have this team? Did I use this team in the live at all? or in the UU Road. I'm just making sure because like every build looks familiar, but then again you see very common Pokemon. I was gonna look up Scizor and I'm pretty sure. Okay, I just want to know just for personal preferences. There are 115 matches for Scizor in this folder. Okay, that's good. That helps me out. How about Hippowdon? I'm sure there's a lot less. Okay, there's 51 matches for Hippowdon. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna go into this with no pre-advantage. Absolutely love Tentacruel as a lead. I think it eats a hit from Infernape, Hydreigon, Scizor, Primarina, basically everything besides Hippowdon. Hippowdon is problematic. In fact, he might actually lead off with Hippowdon. But I think that Tentacruel is just a great matchup. If he leads off with Hippowdon, I go out into Umbreon. Leads Rotom-H, which isn't too bad. I can take a hit and basically get up my T-Spike. I don't mind him Volt Switching here. This is his Defogger most likely. And T-Spike is just really, really nice for Pokemon like Hydreigon in this too. I'm assuming this is Scarf Hydreigon, just looking at his build. I'm going to play a little bit aggressively here. I'm going to go for Sludge Bomb. As it's actually not Scarf Hydreigon, it is a Modest Specs Hydreigon. Wow. It is a Modest Specs Hydreigon. So I lose Tentacruel, which is a switch into Primarina, but Snorlax I already knew could comfortably deal with it. Knowing that it's not Scarf is really nice. I'm assuming it's Scarf Ape then. I'm just going to close combat here. I didn't want to Grass Knot and have him go Hippowdon after, but because he went Rotom first, which I'm surprised it took 53%, I'm assuming he's going to go Hippo after, and close combat into Grass Knot should be able to knock out Hippo. So I knew that Zeraora would do a lot to this guy, and I'm really happy that it looks like I'm keeping up my hazards here, but I am very, very, very weak to that Scizor. Huh? Is he just imaginary? Am I imagining something here? Doesn't Plasma Fist blow you back? I'm assuming he's a Fizdef set, which is why he would make this play, or he's just trying to put me in range of Lucario, which kind of just Scizor, which kind of just 6-0s me, which is why Tentacruel was important in that game, but at the same time, I don't know if I had an alternative. Yeah, I mean, why am I calculating this? This is not the one I wanted to count. Bro, this one is a 50% chance to Oko. Man, let's see. Yeah, like what? Now I can KO all of them. Zeraora, what the hell? Why do you say no? No. Big Ape comes out. I'm about to lose to this Scizor, man. I think he has to Flare Blitz here, and I feel like Aerodactyl is my play because it actually can Stone Edge at least a Scizor. Yeah. Rocks don't do anything for me. I'm gonna Stone Edge here. Even if he goes Hippo, damage on Hippo is nice for. I'm assuming that's Scarf Ape. Actually, it did 42%, so I'm not sure. But damage on Hippo is nice for Zeraora for knocking it out. And at least Rocks later pressure Ape and allow me to foul play through his team. Now I don't know if he's toxic or not. We'll find out right now by me going for Earthquake. Though to be fair, he literally does not switch into foul play at all. This is why T-Spike and Rocks are really nice. So I'm gonna go for Earthquake here. I don't want to Aqua Tail. I mean, I don't need to. Hydreigon, if Hydreigon comes in after Rocks, it dies, and I know I'm guaranteed faster. I really wish I had a way of hitting him. I'm assuming he's just a Whirlwind set, though. Please be Banded Scizor. Even though Banded Scizor's U-turn messes me up, too. Just be Banded. I need you to be Banded. I mean, you brought out Ape on Premier. Why do you say no? This guy's funny. No! Let's see if you're toxic or not. You're Whirlwind, okay. Brings out in Snorlax. Not the best scenario for me. I mean, Cursing isn't terrible here because he'll just Whirlwind me out after anyway. And it allows me to take a hit from Infernape. But I'm hoping he gives me Zeraora so I can Grass Knot at some point. Gives me Aerodactyl. You know, he needs to give me Umbreon so I can Wish Pass or something. That's what I need. Yeah, this was still my play, dude. Hydreigon is going to blow me back. I think all-out pummeling is always the best play here. There's no point in trying to sub. If he goes hard Scizor, then it takes a hit. I'm not worried about Hydreigon because Aerodactyl could deal with it. I am a little bit worried about that Infernape's close combat, though. fairly worried. I can't switch into this thing either, so I'm just gonna click Shadow Ball. Ooh, he's a setup set. Okay, or not. Is that just Bandit? That has to be like min speed Bandit, right? I think I always go Zeraora and just click Plasma Fist here. Like always. I'm fairly confident. First off, not only do I live that, but I'm also fairly confident my Umbreon is going to yum up his Infernape. Because it's Scarf Ape. Yeah, I'm going to yum up the Ape. No matter what. I'm fairly confident I win here. As Fizz Def Umbreon is just the GOAT. Let me go Umbreon first. I'm going to live this. He about to crit me too, isn't he? Is there a way I can get rid of him critting me as an option? If I protect here and I switch, he takes another turn of poison. Then I protect. No, unless I get a double protect. Let me see. Because I know I'm Fizz Dev. Just for the record, I want to show him my calc because I feel like I will get double protect. This is Infernape Choice Scarf set. Close combat on a crit. Can do 86 to 102. So I'm out of range of that. Yeah, my play is to always just go out into Aerodactyl here. Like now I'm in range of a crit, but I lose nothing by going for a double protect. So now I can basically make it come down to I have multiple. First off, he has to get the 4% chance, and secondly, if I get a double protect, I win. So double protect is always my best play. That was always my best play, but the calc was the calc on close combat was 57 to 68, but I just made my best play to get all the odds. So you guys understand why that was my play. Good game. You needed to crit me there? I wonder if he's gonna be mad about my. I don't really care if he's mad about it. I'm just gonna. If I drop the calc, that's pretty toxic, right? Yeah. You guys watching at home knew that I did not need a double protect to win that, but double protect was my best odds possible. You guys knew that, right? I hope that was just acknowledged. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed a really nice live. I think that matchup could have been a little bit tougher had Zeraora not went full Super Saiyan in the beginning of that game and just KO'd everything, right? And obviously a T-Spike was really nice too, but I think towards the end of that, like I said, I still made my best possible play. He still needed only a 4% chance to crit me, but Double Protect also, you know, that would get rid of that odds if I got it. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. You guys can check out the link down below as well. Support my boy Cape as well as the other veterans if you would like to. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.